Hello students and welcome to the lecture. So students, as you can see here that basically in this lecture we are going to start the physical and world geography part 1. Okay. This is the topic on which we are going to discuss right. Basically, if we talk about this topic, the physical and the world geography. So this is going to be our part 1, and within this part we are going to discuss about these areas. Like starting with the introduction part. Thereafter, we will have the universe to discuss, then the solar system, then the earth, then the interior of the earth, and then rocks and the landforms. Okay. So these topics are the topics that we are going to discuss. Okay. But before starting this lecture, actually we have a small disclaimer over here. Okay. So the images used in a slide deck are for the educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and the owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this tag and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Okay. Now, let's first have an introduction to the geography. What do you mean by geography? So basically, if we talk about the word geography in particular, so it is basically divided into the two terms, geo and graphy. Okay. The graphy signifies the field of study. Okay. Signifies the field of study. And the word geo signifies the earth. Okay. So technically we can say that geography is a merger of two words, which means study of earth. And here you can also conclude the same. Geography is a scientific field devoted to the study of earth landforms, oceans environment, and ecosystem, and also the interaction between the human society and their environment. It means that geography is just not only a study of earth and its elements, but also it is the study of interaction between the inhabitants of the earth, like the human society, how they got interacted with the environment which having the other creatures, okay, biotic and abiotic. So that is all about geography. Now, what do you mean by the physical and the world geography? So, the physical geography is a part of the geography and it is an imperative for understanding the countries and regions of world in different ways. It is that branch of science which deals with the natural environment. Okay. So that is the general, you can say the introduction of geography that we have completed. Now let's move forward. So here you can see that the first topic that we have is the universe. So whenever the universe comes in mind, then what do we understand by this? Basically, we understand that it is an vast area, any vast area. But particularly in geography, whenever the word universe comes, then we have some commonly defined facts about it. And what are these? The universe, commonly defined as the totality of everything that exists, including all physical matter, energy, planets, stars, galaxies, and also the contents of intergalactic space. So we can say the universe is the broader sense. It means it is the totality. Whatever we could assume, whatever we could think, everything is a part of universe. Okay. Here are some examples that we have seen. Physical matter, part of universe. Energy, part of universe. Planets, part of universe. Stars, part of universe. Galaxies, the part of universe, and the content of intergalactic space are also the part of universe. But combinedly, the study of universe is famously known as the cosmology. Okay. Here the word logy signifies the study and cosmos signifies the universe. So this is an study of universe, cosmology. Got it? So a galaxy, if we talk about it, the galaxy is the part of universe, or you can say it is a subdivision of universe. And the galaxy is also a vast system within itself. It is a vast system of billions of stars, dust, and light gases bound by their own gravity. The gravity is a force that attracts everything towards a particular point or the center. So basically, the galaxy is looking like this. Here you can see this is the center of galaxy that having a good amount of gravity that is attracting all the things towards this. Okay. And now that's how the galaxy works. And if we rub all the things that we have created over here, then what you are seeing is that this is the vast system of billions of stars, the dust, and light gases. Okay. And if we talk about the galaxy in which we are living in, so that is known as the Milky Way galaxy. In Hindi, we call it Akash Ganga, and that is formed after the Big Bang theory. Okay. And the nearest galaxy to our Milky Way is the Andromeda. Okay. So if we talk about the Big Bang in particular, so Big Bang, it's believed to an explosion of the concentrated matter in the universe that occurred 15 billion years ago. Okay. It means that suppose if there is, if we look at this image, so focus, this is the concentrated matter. The explosion took place, okay, over the 15 billion years back. And then from this explosion, the things got spreaded out like this. Okay. And it led to the formation of galaxy of stars and other heavenly bodies. So everything was started from this tiny, you can say, the ball or an concentrated matter. Okay. Now let's have a talk about the stars. The stars in geography on the normal sense are the astronomical objects. It means space objects. And the stars are made up of hot burning gases. Okay. And they shine by emitting their own light. Okay. It means whenever you look at the sky during the night time, you always see that there are this type of objects in the sky, right? So these are the stars. And the light that you are seeing is because of the hot burning gases they have, and they shine by their own light. Okay. It means that the heat of this light basically converts them into an emitting object, and this light or this heat is that much high that it could be seen from the earth also. Okay. The stars are not situated nearby us, but they are situated far away from us. Because of their lighting and all, they could be seen. And you can say, the size that you are seeing over here. Okay. Like a dotted lighting object in the sky, we often see them. Okay. So remember, the size is not that much or small. The size is even bigger than the Earth, Sun, and even sometimes bigger than our entire solar system. So how we are seeing this as a tiny object? Because they are situated very far away from us. So that's why they appear as a small object. Okay. Thereafter, the comets. Here you can see. The comets are oftenly made up of frozen gases. Okay. And many times you have seen that this type of object visible in the sky. Okay, like it is traveling in that direction on this. So this is the comets. The comets are an object that are made up of frozen gases. And if we're talking about a particular comet, so Halley's comet reappears within the gap of 76 years. Last time it was seen in 1986. So now when it will complete the 76 years, it will be revisible to again. Okay, that is the thing. Thereafter, the consultations. The consultations are the unit to enable the astronomers to identify the position of the stars, and there are 88 known consultations. So what do you understand by the consultations? Basically, the consultations is the group of stars that are visible to us. Okay. And basically, the arrangement of the stars in that group is fixed in position. That's why the astronomers, when they see the, you can see stars from the lower side, so they always see it as an 88 known consultation. Okay. That is the thing. Now, what do you mean by satellites? So whenever the term satellites come in our mind, we often start thinking about the Aryabhat, Insat-10 and all. Those were also the satellites. But in natural sense, we can say the satellites are the heavenly bodies. Heavenly means the spacious bodies that usually revolve around the planets. Okay. And if we talk about the natural or artificial, so natural satellites are those which were not developed by the humans. Like the moon. Moon is not developed by us. It is a natural satellite because it revolves around the Earth. Whereas if we talk about any particular satellite like the Aryabhat, okay, so that is artificial satellite because that is also revolving around the Earth. But that was not made by the nature, but that was developed by. Okay, so I hope now you have understood certain facts and figures. Come to the solar system. Now, solar system is an area of interest where we are considering. Or you can say, like, suppose solar system could be connected like this. We are talking about the city, and now we are talking about the particular locality in which you live. Similar thing is this. Like now before it, we were talking about the universe and all. Now we are talking about the solar system, the particular area where we live in this vast universe. So, if we talk about the solar system in particular, so the solar system is comprises the sun and the 8 planets and their satellites or moons. Remember only the natural satellites. We do not consider the artificial satellites. Why? Because so far we are only aware about the artificial satellites that were developed by the humans on Earth. If there are any other creature living on then planets, they having their own satellites, we are not aware about it. So that's why we always consider moons and the natural satellites only. And thousands of other smaller heavenly bodies like the asteroids, comets, and then meteors. Got it? These were also the same. Like the planets you can see over here also. Like this is the sun, this is the moon. Apart from this, we have the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Remember, here, these planets that are under the box, these planets are the active considered planets. Whereas the Pluto was the planet till 2006, later on, it was considered as an dwarf planet and not a part of active planet of the solar system. So that's why we always considered 8 planets, not the 9 planets. Okay. Here, the sun is at the center of the solar system and all the planets are revolving around it in an elliptical orbit. Why? Because the sun gravity is that much strong that it makes all the planets revolving around. and it is also the nearest star to the Earth. The hydrogen and helium are the main gases present in the Sun, and it having a surface temperature of about 6,000 degrees Celsius. So we can say the Sun is that much of heated up, like the surface temperature is 6,000 degrees Celsius. And if we talk about the center temperature, so it is nearly about 15 lakh degrees Celsius. That much of. Planets are opaque, thick, or cloudy. These bodies revolving around and lighted by the sun. There are 8 planets in the solar system. As I have told you, the ninth one, the Pluto, was considered as a planet till 2006, but then got removed from it, and now it is a dark planet and not considered as an active planet. Okay. Thereafter, the solar system. So we are continuing the same. The sequence of planets according to the distance from the sun is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Like you can see it here also. First is the Mercury, second is Venus, third is Earth, the fourth is Mars, the fifth is Jupiter, the sixth is Saturn, seven is Uranus, and the eight is Neptune. Okay, and here you can say that this is the distance. Okay, and further these planets could be classified into the two parts. The first part is the inner planets. These planets are the nearer to the suns and include Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and outer planets far away from the sun, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay, like this. So these first four inner planets, these last four outer planets. Okay. These small planetary bodies revolve around the sun and found in the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. These are called sea asteroids. It means that this seems like a planet, but they are not a planet because of their size. And these are generally found between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. It means in this line. And these are called as an orbit. Meteors, oftenly called as shooting star. These are the fragments of rocks that coming toward the earth because of the earth gravity, which is attracting it, and they are formed due to the collision among the asteroids. Moon is also known as the fossil planet, and it is the only natural satellite of the earth. So remember this thing also. Now let's move forward. So here are some facts about the planets that we are required to cover. The biggest planet is the Jupiter. The biggest satellite is Ganymede. Blue planet is the nickname of Earth. Green planet is the nickname of Uranus. Brightest planet is the nickname of Venus. Biggest planet outside the solar system is known as Sirius or the dog star. Sorry, brightest planet. Closest star of solar system is Proxima Centauri. Coldest planet is Neptune. Evening star is Venus. Farthest planet from the sun, Neptune. The planet having the maximum number of satellites, Jupiter. Fastest revolution in solar system, Mercury. The hottest planet is Venus. Densest planet is Earth. Fastest rotation in solar system is Jupiter. Morning star, Venus. Nearest planet to Earth, Venus. Nearest planet to Sun, Mars. Red planet, nickname we call for Mars. Slowest revolution in solar system, Neptune. Slowest rotation in solar system, Venus. Smallest planet, Mercury. Smallest satellite, Deimos. Earth's twin, Venus. Only satellite with an atmosphere like Earth, Titan. Now we have the Earth to discuss. So, the Earth is the third planet from the Sun, and it is only planet known to have an atmosphere that is having the oxygen, water, and life. Okay? It means that Earth is the only planet that is known to have the life. It is called blue planet. Why? Because it is having the high content of water, and from space, it's look like a blue. Earth basically spins on an imaginary line called an axis, and these lines come from north to south poles. Okay? The rotation of Earth causes day and night and formation of high and low latitude tides. If the sun is here, this part will having a day, this part will having the night. And when the Earth will rotate, the thing will got reverse. Earth's motion is elliptical orbit around the sun in 1 year, causes change of seasons and variation of the length of the days and nights at the different times of the year. Equinoxes on Earth are the days when days and nights are equal, happen twice a year, therefore 21st March and 23rd September. Seasons are the periods into which the year can be divided as a result of climatic condition. There are 4 seasons such as the season of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In order to understand various locations on the earth, it has been divided into the 3 parts: equator, longitude, and latitude. The latitude are these lines, the equator is the mediocre line, and the latitudes are the lines that runs horizontal. Latitude lines circle the globe in east-west direction, measures how far north or south a point lies from the equator. This is the equator. Okay. So, how much north, how much south. Talking about equator, the equator is at 0 degree latitude. Now you can see this is the thing. And separate the earth, northern and southern hemisphere. The upper part is the northern hemisphere, lower part is the southern hemisphere. Okay. Thereafter, the longitude lines. They run from north pole to south pole. Now you can see this is the longitude line. Okay. Measures how far east or west a point on earth lies from the prime meridian. This middle one is a prime meridian, and how far west and how far east a place lies. Okay. The prime meridian, the line of longitude that passes through Greenwich, England, is the 0 degree longitude line. If we talk about the international date line, it's the longitude where the date exchanges exactly by 1 day when it's crossed. If you go 180 degree east, you will gain 1 day ahead. If you come back 180 degree west, you will lose 1 day. And the line, imaginary line from where the things happen, this is known as the international date line. Eclipse is another phenomenon which takes place at the regular interval when the light of the sun or the moon is blocked by the another body. The sun or moon is said to be in eclipse. Solar eclipse happens when the moon comes in path of earth and sun. Lunar eclipse happens when the earth comes in part of moon and the sun. Now, interior of the earth. First, earth's interior divided into the crust, mantle, and core. Forms the different layers of earth. Now you can see it is the inner core, outer core, mantle, and this is the crust. Okay. The crust is the outermost and thinner layer of the Earth, also called the Sial layer because of the silicon and aluminum content. Mantle is the intermediate layer of the Earth in terms of both its location and the density. Upper part of mantle is called the asthenosphere. The innermost layer of the Earth is called the core. The innermost part of the core may be called solid or crystalline in nature. The layer is known as knife, means due to the large concentration of nickel and iron. Outer part of the core is believed to have the properties of a liquid. Other important features of the Earth are earthquakes and volcanoes. Any sudden disturbance below the Earth's surface may produce vibration or shaking in the Earth crust, and some of these vibrations, when reach the surface, are known as the earthquakes. If we talk about the intensity of earthquake waves, then this could be recorded by the modified Mercalli intensity (MMI) scale. Intensity of shaking could be measured on modified Richter scale. Remember this. The focus is the point beneath the Earth where the earthquake originates, and epicenter is the point just above the focus on the Earth's surface. If we talk about the volcanoes, these are the sudden eruption of hot magma, the molten rock, gases, ash, and other material from the inside the Earth to its surface. The different type of volcanoes, including the active volcano, dormant volcano, extinct volcano. Active volcanoes, those which erupt frequently, like the Mauna Loa, Storm Valley, these one. Dormant volcanoes are those volcanoes that do not erupted for past few years. Fujiyama, Japan, Barren Island, Andaman. Extinct volcanoes are those which have not erupted for several centuries. The land near the edges of the Pacific Ocean is also known as Ring of Fire. Why? Because hundreds of active volcanoes are found here. Now, let's have a discussion over the rocks and the land. The Earth crust is made up of various types of rock. On the basis of the mode of origin, rocks are of three types, mainly the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and the metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks basically formed by the solidification of the molten magma, and the examples are mica, granite, and etc. Whereas the sedimentary rocks, these formed due to the accumulation of rock particles and organic matter in layers that got under the tremendous pressure. Examples are gravel, peat, gypsum, and etc. Metamorphic rocks were originally igneous or sedimentary, but have been changed by pressure over the period of time, heat, or water action. And the examples are gneisses, marble, quartzites, etc. There are four major landforms on Earth if we talk about it. First are the mountains, then the hills, plateaus, and the plains. So, an uplifted portion of the Earth's surface is generally called a hill or a mountain. Now you can see this is the normal area, and now you can see these areas uplifted. Mountains could be classified into the four major types: the fold mountains, block mountains, volcanic mountains, residual or dissected mountains. Okay. Fold mountains basically formed by folding of the crust by the comprehensive forces, and the examples of this are the Himalayas and Alps. Block mountain, if we talk about, these are the raised or lower during the last stage of mountain building, and block mountains are formed, example Vosges, France. Volcanic mountains formed by the matter thrown out from the volcanoes. Examples are Mount Luna, Mount Popa. Residual mountains are also known as relic mountains, formed as a result of weathering of previously existed mountains due to the various agents causing erosion. Examples are Nilgiri Hills, Girnar Hills, Rajmahal Hills, etc. If we talk about the major mountain ranges, Andes lies in South America, length is 7,200 meters. Himalayan Karakoram and Hindu Kush lies at South Central Asia, 5,000 kilometers length. Rockies, North America, 4,800 kilometers length. Great Dividing Range, East Australia, 3,600 kilometers range. Atlas, Northwest Africa, 1,930 kilometers range. Thereafter, the Western Ghats, Western India, 1,610 kilometers range. Caucasus, Europe, 1,200 kilometers range. Alaska, USA, 1,130 kilometers range. Alps, Europe, 1,050 kilometers of range. Now, if we talk about the major mountain peaks, Mount Everest, this is the highest in the world, lies in Himalayan range. Location is at Nepal-Tibet border. The height is 8,848 meters. K2 Godwin-Austen, range is Karakoram, lies in India or the Pak occupied Kashmir. Height is 8,611 meters. Kanchenjunga, Himalaya, location is at India, 8,586 meters. Dholagiri, Himalayas, location is at Nepal, 8,167. Annapurna, Himalayas, location is at Nepal, 8,091 meters. Gurla Mandata, Himalayas, location is at Tibet, 7,694. Tirechmir, Hindu Kush, Pakistan, 7,708 meters. Aconcagua, Andes, Argentina, 6,962 meters high. Now, if we talk about this, a plateau is a portion of land that is more or less flat and level, elevated above the surrounding area, may have steep slope, vertical mudslides, like you can see here. This is the plain area and this is the affiliated area. Okay. And if we talk about the types of plain, there are structural plain, erosional plain, and depositional plains. Okay. So students, basically in this lecture, we have finished the first part. In the next lecture, we will start with another part. Till then, just revise the facts and figures that all we have discussed in this lecture. Okay. And thank you.